Hello you lovely people, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. This is going to be a 10-minute make, hence the 10-minute timer sitting there, which will be part of my FieldNote notebook journal thing. I've maybe being a bit ambitious with this being 10 minutes, but I picked out these things for a reason. And I'll quickly explain that before we actually get on with the make. In the actual trifold, this is supposed to be done like that, and then that's stuck on your page so you don't see those flaps. And then you put a policy closure on there and you can open it up and it holds this. There is a third bit to it, but that's going a bit too far even at this stage because I don't know if that's what I'm going to be doing. So I've picked out these bits and I actually thought this time I might indeed use this as a policy closure, and actually putting it round one of these cards is a good way to do it, especially as I don't know quite where this might end up in the journal as yet. But I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to use this inside it or use this elsewhere, or see, because that would quite easy just fit in it. But actually it fits in so lovely in that because it kind of matches the idea. I'm prattling, stop prattling, Kirsten. But it's, am I going to make this in 10 minutes? I don't know. And then I thought, actually take it and mention Alessandra's post. Alessandra in the Foxy Crafters Facebook group has a young baby, and she did 10-minute make as a kind of mass make thing and didn't get it finished, and she's okay with that because actually she'd given herself 10 minutes to craft, and because she'd given herself 10 minutes to craft, she crafted. So if it means that it doesn't get finished at the end of the 10 minutes and you've got some more time to finish it, then take that more time and finish it. If you haven't got more time to finish it, don't go, oh, I didn't finish it in time. Just go, well, I've got to start on my next 10-minute craft. But I am going to try and do it in 10 minutes. I'm not going to even attempt to look at that bit. I'm just going to look at this. I'm going to start by looking at this. I'm going to kind of break it down into 3 10-minute crafts if you want. I'm going to start by looking at the flaps, see if we can get this on here, and then I have no notion at all of being able to get that started. So all that being said, all I've done is I've taken out the extra little labels from the FieldNote Trifold kit, because there's none of this kind of stuff in the FieldNote Scraps kit. So I don't know where I'm going. I haven't really thought this through, but I suppose we better press the start button. Again, I've already inked it up. I don't even know actually if I'm going to do it as intended. I think I am. I think I'm going to, but you see, that also, that one less so, but this actually would just make a really good tuck. No, let's do the poppies. Let's get some candied apple out and do the poppies. Are you trying the kit 10-minute makes as well? Or are you just thinking sheer madness? Takes the fun out of crafting. I understand why for some people it might take the fun out of crafting, but if you've got limited amount of time, and I actually have a limited amount of time to craft because I still work full-time, and it is a very full-time job I have that involves evening work and weekend work, and I only get one day off a week, but I still like to try and find time to craft. And actually the 10-minute makes so far have taught me so much about how I craft and how much time I waste. So I'm trying to get my head round how I might do things better. And one of the things I've started doing, because I've always pre-cut and pre-inked things when I've bought them, of an evening. I've always done that, but one of the things I've started doing now is I've started doing what I call Louisify them even, and that is splattering some of them, because I don't think you want them all splattered actually, and stamping on some of them so that because that whole episode of Louise's, that's Louise Heinzel, for those of you who weren't watching me then and don't know what I'm talking about, was a real eye-opener to me of actually how doing something simple like that really changes your whole look of your junk journaling. Let's just see if I can get that on there and get that up on that bit. There we go. We've got a lot of loosey bits on there. Doing something like this in my original 10-minute make, I would never have thought of doing it because it takes up quite a bit of time, but I'm actually okay about doing it in this one because of Alicia. I can't remember now if her name's Alicia or Elisa. Alicia, I think it is. Beautiful name. Either way. Right. Let's So I'm now heat embossing it, and I'm doing it off camera because I've not put away that loose stuff, and I don't want to heat emboss the loose stuff onto that book page. But I don't want to turn off the sound. Well, I might just end up fast forwarding this bit of the video because you can still see the clock ticking down. And you see, it's these bits like this that I like doing that do take up time as well. Let's put this back away. See, that's 5 minutes, and so far that's as far as we've got, but that's okay. Right, that's going to have to be flattened. I feel like I'd quite like a word on this. I just feel having a word across there would be quite nice. I don't have any blank. I think I'll say sample 2. I don't think I want something like sample 1. I think I want something more, I was going to say more poetic, but you know what I mean. They're not poetic words, that's Keep On June words. Right. Wake up and live. Oh, how about in the meantime? Yeah, I think we might put in the meantime. I need to sort out all my words because I'm going to split that into two, I think. There's too many in there that I can't see them properly. Let's ink this up. I can't tell you where these words came from because I haven't got a clue. There might even be ones I made myself. And I might put the meantime down here. Meantime, and I think I might just put a label on top of that label. There's something about, sometimes they're quite nice just left, but sometimes if you put one on top of it, it just kind of see, that just gives it a bit more authenticity, as it were. Actually, that label is something that you've stuck on. I feel like I maybe want a bit of fabric on this too. Let's see what we've got in my wee tiny bits. There's a bit of red. See, maybe I should have put that underneath. Actually, maybe the thing to do would be to put some red on this to tie those two together. Or we could put it there and then we put the, I think I want to remove that bit along the top. Let's remove this bit along the top here, just because it's a big thick band. I might use that somewhere else. A bit, kind of a bit more tattered. Trying to make this. There we go, that's a bit better. Put that on there and we'll stick a label over there, and I don't think this label needs to be the same one. Oh, there we go. It starts the countdown the other way. Suddenly wondering if that's upside down, but I don't think it is. That does tie those two bits together, doesn't it? That's sticking through that, it is. Do I want to do anything else with this bottom one? I think I might, if I've got my green, just put a few bits of kind of green in here just to because I printed this on a just doing the main stems. I'm just going to leave the leaves as they are, I think, and just do the stems. I printed this on oh, what's the name? That's a stem up there as well, isn't it? It will come to me in a second. Eco type paper, so it's just an ordinary copy paper, but eco. So it's got a kind of grungy look to it. Let's do these stems up on this one as well, if I'm going to do the stems on the bottom one. Just wondering whether to do some of those leaves now. It's like this one. Really needs to come the whole way up there, doesn't it? Even though it doesn't there, you see. I might just do, I've got a Sharpie here. It's kind of a limey green. I'm going to regret this, aren't I? I'm going to regret this, so I'm not going to do it. Yes, I am going to do it. No, I'm not going to do it. That's one of the things with the whole 10-minute is that no, yes, I am, no, I'm not, yes, I am, no, I'm not. Are we going to say we're going to have to round the corners. Let's stick it on the back of this first. And then, oh, this wasn't the one I meant to use. There's one of these. Oh, it's not one of those at all. So this one's as good as anyone then. This is the bottom. This is the top. And I think rather than putting a poly closure on it, which kind of disturbs the thing, if I got a long bit that I could bring over and tie, that's for actually doing when I put it in the journal. But I'm thinking maybe I'll put ribbon behind it, and when I stick this, because I'm going to stick this on a page, I think, when I stick this on a page, I'll stick ribbon behind it to, yes, let me round those corners. I didn't quite put that on straight. Well, actually, for some reason I've got that one cut shorter than the other. I just want to move this more into the centre if I can. Not too late. Too late. Let's, I think it's that one, isn't it? Yeah, it's that one. Is it that one? It's that one. There we go. Just re-ink these corners because they weren't inked beforehand. Well, they were inked beforehand, but they were inked as square. And now they're rounded. Yeah, see, I haven't got that one straight at all, have I? Never mind. Do I want to do anything with the inside? See, you've actually got writing space on there and writing space on there. Do we want to put anything on here? Well, I think that depends with whether I'm going to put this in here or not. I guess I'll need to do these poppies as well if I'm putting it in there. But my 10-minute make for today is done. It's taken me 17.5 minutes. But I've got a, should I look out? I should maybe look out the ribbon, shouldn't I, that I'm going to use. If I can find a red. That's going to take some time to find the right ribbon, so let's not. Actually, I could use these, couldn't I? These are rather fun. This is like a big, if I put that behind, but then that doesn't actually tie, does it? That's for another 10 minutes. Well, I will do that off camera. No, I won't. I'll wait until I know where it's going in the journal. So I'm going to put that in my done tray. I'm going to put this back in my to work on tray. This lovely tray was gifted to me by the very talented Pat, who made it as part of a swap on the treasure page Facebook group. And I just love it. So it's meant as a scrap tray, and I did use it as a scrap tray for a long time, but actually it's great also for a wee project tray. I was going to make myself some more, and I've never got round to doing it because I made one and sent it to somebody as well, but this one came from Pat. Thank you so much for watching. You take care. See you soon. Bye.